everybody. How
Hello.
are you? Hope you're well and keeping safe and happy. It's really lovely to see you again.
Yeah.
Yes, hello to Joseph, Lizzie, Josh, Rowan, Stephen. Hi you guys.
Hello.
Hello everyone in Make Me Smile Club, Heron School and anywhere else. Welcome. Lovely to see you. You may have noticed a little theme going on.
Yes.
What are we doing today, Tim?
We're doing sunflowers, aren't we?
We're doing sunflowers. So we thought it'd be really interesting to learn about sunflowers and how the seeds grow. And also
Yes.
we thought it would be fun to plant our own.
Oh,
So
yes.
I found a very helpful little book to hopefully give us a little bit of information on how a sunflower or any seed really starts to grow into a flower.
Yes.
Shall we see what it's all about?
I think we should. Yes.
Shall we? Let's
Yes.
do it. Right, okay.
Mrs.
Hopefully-
Sidekick.
Sorry?
Mrs. Sidekick.
Mrs. Jordan, I think
Yes.
my name is.
You
Tim.
look a bit like a hippie.
Do I?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't trying to look like a hippie. I just thought, oh, well, you know, these look quite sweet, and I didn't want to look like you
No.
with a great sunflower around my head.
Yes. Peace and love.
I mean, you do look very sunny though, Tim. I
thank
have
you.
to say.
Yes.
Yes, it does actually suit you, doesn't it, everyone?
I might wear it every day.
Is it a bit scratchy?
It is a little bit. Yes.
Yes. It does look, I mean, yes, and a bit kind of rustly.
Yes.
Yes. And are you a bit worried that the bees might come towards you?
I am. I don't want bees on my face.
No.
If they mistake me for a flower.
They might do, mightn't
Yes.
they? If they do, Tim, don't worry, because I've got my book.
Oh, good. What will you do?
I could go like that. Just in case one lands on your nose.
There isn't one on my nose now, though.
No, it's all right. You're all right, Tim. Sorry about that.
I think you nearly knocked out a
I'll
tooth.
do it harder next time. Okay, shall we get going? Right, hopefully you can see this, everybody. I'll try and read it kind of upside down. A sunflower is a type of plant. Most plants have roots and stems and leaves. Plants grow all over the world, except in very cold or dry places. Most sunflowers are yellow, goldeny yellow colour. Their
Ooh.
petals. We've got some here. Thought you might like to see them. I saw these in the shop yesterday and I thought that would be perfect for what we were going to talk about today. But our ones, our petals are all kind of like that.
They're a bit squished.
They are, they haven't come out yet, have
No.
they? So I was kind of hoping once they'd seen the sun they might kind of come out.
Do they smell nice? Do they smell? Or are they
Well,
just pretty.
does it?
Ooh. No.
No, I mean it does. It sort of smells like leaves, if you know what I mean.
It smells a bit planty.
It smells of a plant. Yes.
Good.
Anyway, as I was saying, so plants need air and sunlight to grow. Luckily, there's a lot of lovely sunlight this afternoon.
Yeah.
Stems grow upwards towards the light and they have leaves and flowers, and the roots hold the plant in the soil, and that's where they soak up the water from. So that's the plant's roots under there, and they get all their goodness and their food
Yes.
from the soil as well, don't they? Sunflowers are very tall plants, and do you know that some of them can grow even bigger and taller than a person?
What, bigger than me?
Yes, even bigger than you, Tim.
Wow.
I know.
That's very big.
They grow from tiny seeds and each is no bigger than your fingernail. We've
Ooh.
got one here. I've got quite a few actually. But look, so that's how small it is.
It's all stripy.
And it can grow into a huge tall plant. It is stripy. What did you say it looked like
It
earlier?
looks like a zebra.
Yes, zebra seeds. Yeah, so there they are there. There's a picture of them. They're a bit more magnified, bigger. The story of how a seed grows into a plant is called a life cycle.
Ooh.
Now, inside the seed, The seed holds the beginnings of a new plant, and it also contains food for the plant when it starts to grow. The sunflower seed has a hard shell. It might be black or black with cream stripes, which is what we've got, isn't it?
Yes.
And this is the stripy. This is the inside of a sunflower seed. If you open a sunflower seed, you can see the store of food inside. So that's the food inside. But I don't know if you have ever done that, children. I've done that before, and it is quite soft inside, isn't it? Because actually you can eat sunflower seeds.
Can you?
Yes, I've eaten them. They're very nice.
Ooh, I haven't.
Yeah.
Maybe I could try one later.
You can, as we've got plenty. Most seeds are small, but some plants grow big seeds. An avocado seed is big and it's hard as a nut. It grows inside soft green fruit. Here it is. And now I really like avocados. You don't, do you, Tim?
No, they're slimy.
He thinks they're too slimy.
Slimy and green.
I really like them.
They look like small round frogs.
They do a bit, don't they? And this is them growing on the tree.
All warty, look.
They are a bit warty. And this is inside, it's called a pit or a stone, and they're quite big and hard. A sunflower seed is planted in wet soil. It begins to grow, and this is called germination. The seed's hard shell opens and a tiny root grows from the seed down into the soil. There's the seeds. There's it just trying to shoot out from up above the soil, and it gets bigger and it pushes through the soil, and on the top there, hopefully you can see that, it's actually, there's the seed.
Oh.
Like the shell of the seed, and that's what's come out of it. And there it is. The seed then falls on the ground, and that's the beginnings of our sunflower.
Ooh.
It's very small to start with. And so days later a shoot begins to grow, and the young plant is called a seedling. Seeds need water and warmth from the sun to germinate. Now the seed has leaves. Oh look, here we go. This is it when it gets a little bit bigger, and there's all its roots underneath. Can you see? Now the leaves use sunlight to make food from water, and the green leaves turn to face the sun, and they collect as much sun as possible. A bit like us really. We like the sun, don't we?
Yeah.
All plants need water to make their own food to grow, and seedlings' roots suck up water from the soil, and it grows taller and taller and taller until lots of leaves start to appear. And you know, a sunflower grows fastest in its first few weeks.
Wow.
Yes. Then it starts slowing down the bigger it gets. But so hopefully, to start with, it does grow quite quickly.
Ooh, yeah.
In the summer, the green buds begin to form. This is what it will look like first of all. Green buds, and then they burst open, and it has the flower inside, the lovely yellow flower. And when a bud opens, you can see the male and the female parts of the flower. They are needed to make more seeds. And the male parts are called stamens, and the female parts are called carpels. Now the stamens are all around the outside, and the inside are the carpels, the female parts of the flower.
Ooh.
And the yellow petals surround the flat centre of the flower head. Now a sunflower as well has got a really big part in the middle of the flower, hasn't it? And all its beautiful petals around the inside. And they can be actually quite big as your head, Tim. Yeah, I mean these are quite small sunflowers really. Some of them really can be quite massive. Yeah. See, that's not...
Perhaps ours will get really big.
I'm really hoping that they will get really big. We need lots of lovely sun, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, so bees and butterflies and other insects visit the flowers, and they see the bright petals and smell their sweet nectar. The butterflies seem to like them, don't they? And the nectar is full of sugar.
Ooh,
and this is
yummy.
Lovely food for the butterflies.
That's a very messy bee.
Oh, it is a messy bee, isn't it?
Very.
What's happening there?
No, he's all covered in something.
He's covered in... Do you know what it is?
No.
He's covered in something called pollen.
I thought it was custard powder.
It does look a bit like custard powder, Tim, but it's not. It's pollen. And bees are quite hairy, aren't they? Furry. And the pollen sticks to their tiny little hairs, and they collect it in the tiny little hairs on their legs,
Ooh.
and they take it back to their homes.
I didn't know bees were fluffy.
Yes, they are. The tiny grains of pollen grow down into the carpels and they join the eggs inside the flower head. And this is called fertilization. That's a very long word, isn't it?
Fertilization.
Fertilization. Now they can grow into seeds. The rest of the flower is no longer needed, so the petals fall off.
Oh dear.
Ah, and
They
each
all go
sunflower,
droopy.
they all go droopy and floppy, and they
And
start
wrinkly
going,
and-
yeah, wrinkly, a bit brown, and
Yeah.
just kind of sad looking, really, don't they?
Yeah.
And at the end of the summer, this is when the plants really go all, "Ugh." And then inside this bit, hopefully you can see this. This person's taking all the seeds out of the middle of the sunflower. So right in the middle of our sunflower, that's when but they can grow them again.
Oh,
Yeah, they can grow them and then get more sunflowers next year, or they might be kind of keeping them for food.
okay.
Yeah, oh look, because this page tells us about that. So the seeds are ripe and full of food, and lots of small animals really like to eat them. And the birds use their beaks to pick out the tasty seeds, and squirrels and mice really like them
Oh,
too.
it's really cool.
Yes, and squirrels tend to sort of bury theirs, don't
Yeah,
they?
they bury
Seeds
the
and
berry
nuts, they
nuts
bury
and
those in, yeah. And it says when the spring comes, the seeds that are in good soil, so any seeds that maybe a bird may have dropped, say, and it's fallen on the floor and on some nice floor. I mean, if it dropped on the pavement, then it wouldn't grow. But if it dropped on some soil where it could sort of bury itself down and then be in a good place, then it would start to grow. Yeah. So
Yeah.
then it starts all over again. The whole
You get
cycle.
another sunflower.
Yeah, the whole cycle just starts all over again. But yeah, mice love to eat them. I used to have some gerbils actually once.
Did you?
Yeah, gerbils, and I had a hamster, and they love
And a
sunflower.
hamster?
Yeah, they love sunflower
You don't have
seeds.
them
too.
anymore.
No, it was a long time ago, Tim.
Oh,
Yes, it was a long time ago when I was younger.
and
Yeah.
what happened to your gerbils and hamsters?
Well, sadly they died because they
Oh, dear.
they don't live forever. Just like plants don't live forever, do they?
No.
No. So, but yes, they were lots of fun, and they used to love sunflowers. So, which I'm sure some of you know if you've got any gerbils or hamsters or mice, in fact. So anyway, we thought it'd be lots of fun after reading this. We thought, why don't we plant our own sunflowers?
Let's plant
Yay!
some.
And
some
also,
big sunflowers.
now I think this is going to be such fun. Now, we'd love you to join in with this, children. So we'd really love it if you could maybe get some sunflower seeds like we have got and plant them, and we can have a little competition. What do you reckon?
Yes. As
Yeah.
long as you don't mind losing to me, because I will win. Because I
Well,
always win.
let's see, shall we? So we've got 2 pots, one for me, one for Tim. Now I've put on mine MJ, Mrs. Jordan,
Oh, oh,
and Tim, you've got a T for Tim on yours.
should be TTS, Tim the Shark.
Well, I know, but I just put T instead.
Well, we'll know, won't we?
Yes, we will know. So what do we need first then, Tim? What do we need to
sunshine?
do? Well, the sun's kind
Oh,
of
there's a big
gone.
cloud up there now, isn't there? Look,
Oh, I hope it doesn't rain,
I
Tim.
know.
It does look a bit...
that would be unfortunate.
No, Tim, we need this. What is this?
Soil?
Soil. So we're going to put this into our pots. I'm going to do Tim's for him because
Yes.
it's
'Cause
very...
I've got clumsy fins.
You have. It's very difficult to do when you've only got fins.
Yes.
Right, so I'm going to fill it to the top.
Ooh, yes.
There, there's one. Now, I hope you've had a really lovely week, children. We've had a good week, haven't we, Tim?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, I went to school again this week for a few days. That was lovely to see everybody. And I saw Mrs. Mason, and we had a bit of a chuckle about last week's video. which was nice, and she really enjoyed doing that. I know you all really enjoyed seeing her too.
And I sat on the sofa in my pyjamas.
Oh yes, you did, didn't you? Tim's been very lazy actually this week, haven't you?
Well, I did make this lovely sunflower.
Oh yes, well he has been very creative, as you can see, and you know that did take quite a lot of time, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
You were very
Yeah,
clever.
especially with fins.
Yes, exactly. But I think he must have worn himself out
Yes.
really, and then had to take a rest
have a
for the rest of the week.
Snooze.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep going. That keeps falling down. It's most annoying. It'll be down by in front of my eyes before you know it.
Yes, like hippie glasses.
So we ordered these on Amazon. Really, really quite cheap, and so really easy to get hold of. I'm sure you can probably get them maybe in supermarkets too, but you know, places like that, garden centres, wherever. So we're going to actually thought it might be a good idea, instead of just putting one in each pot, we're going to put two in each pot, just in case one of them doesn't do very well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh no, I dropped
Oh no,
it, Tim.
that was
I'll
my
have-
special fat one as well, wasn't it? My winning seed.
Oh no, Tim.
Yeah.
Let me find you another one.
Make sure it's a nice big juicy
Actually,
one.
do you know what that's bigger?
Is it bigger?
It's bigger than the one I've just dropped.
Are you
Maybe
sure?
I'll have that.
Are you sure? Well, no, it's a penalty for dropping it.
Yes,
Yeah,
look.
that's a good one.
It's
Yeah.
a good one. That's bigger than that one. So what I'm going to do with my finger, I'm going to make a hole kind of to halfway down, and then put one of the seeds in there, and then the other side I'll put next to it, leave a little space. I'll put my finger in that one. Oh, and I'm throwing the soil all over the place, and the seed pops in there. Right, so I'm going to just top it up a little bit, and then give it a little pat down. Sorry, Tim, what are you trying to say?
Did you get the fat seed in your one?
Oh dear, I put the big fat one in mine.
No. Oh dear. No, I'm going to have to.
Actually,
your
that
sprouts.
really was,
I'm going to get a slug to come and eat yours.
that wasn't intentional, really.
Yeah, I
but,
believe you.
but it is quite funny.
No, it isn't.
Okay, Tim, I'm going to.
That was the winning seed.
Sorry. Tim, I'm going to plant yours now.
My second place seed.
I'm going to plant your small seeds
Oh,
now, and I'm doing the
fair.
same. I've just made 2 holes,
yes,
popped it in, Tim,
yes.
and I'm just going to top it up, give it a little pat. Pat, pat, pat. There we go. Right, so they are done. What do we do now? What's really important to do when you've just planted seeds?
Watering them.
Water them, that's right, Tim. Do you know, I'm going to put it in here because just so we don't get water all over the table, because the pots have got little holes underneath, so it can the water can drain out, because otherwise the seeds might be sitting in really soggy wet soil, which although the water is good for them, too much is not good for them because they could start rotting.
Ooh, ooh.
Right, are we ready? Oh,
No,
sorry.
don't sprinkle me.
Oh, sorry, Tim.
Water,
Right,
water,
oh, here we
water.
go. It's a bit
Okay.
tricky sitting down.
Oh, it's going everywhere.
Well, I was going to
Going
stand up,
everywhere.
but then I might be out of shot, and that would be a shame, wouldn't it?
No.
Oh, look, here we go. It's not exact. It's kind of,
Is it going in the pot?
well, it is, but it's kind of, it's not very good, is it? Look, it's all dribbling. Mind, doesn't matter. I'm sure the seeds won't mind. There we go. Lovely job. Oh, there we are. Now, done. Now our seeds are planted. What should we do with them now?
Watch them and wait for them to grow.
Okay.
Any moment now, they're going to sprout up like huge, massive beanstalks, and we can climb up them to the giants in the sky.
Oh, yes, but they're not beans, are they? They're sunflowers, Tim.
No, yes.
Oh,
Nothing's happening though.
no. Well, how long does it take?
I don't know. I'm fed up waiting already.
Maybe we'll just
Come
leave
on.
them a few days.
Come on, come on, come on,
and
come on.
so, getting back to the competition,
Sprout.
everybody.
Sprout.
What we'll do is every week, maybe, we will come out, we'll measure our sunflowers, and I think what we need to do, and if you join in at home, please, that would be such fun. You can keep a record, so get a little piece of paper or a little pad, and write down the measurements. You can get a grown-up to help you. Write down your measurements each week and let us know, and then at the end we'll have a date, maybe sometime in September, when they're hopefully really nice and tall, and we can have a competition to see whose is the biggest.
We'll pick a day that mine's tallest on,
Well,
and then we'll measure them.
yeah, and we'll measure them all, and please, if you join in, send us your photos of you and your sunflowers, or videos of you planting your seeds. That would be so amazing. We'd love to see them, and yeah, good luck with that, guys. I'm very excited, as I think my big seed could be the winner.
No.
I think so, Tim.
One of my seeds will win.
So we're going to put them somewhere that's nice and sunny. So I want them in a nice sunny position, and water them every day. That's really important, isn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe talk to them. Some people talk to their plants, don't they?
They don't talk back though, do they?
No, they don't. But I
Hello,
don't
seed.
know what we'll say to them.
Please
Just a
sprout
hello, I
quickly.
guess.
Grow big and tall. Win the competition for Tim.
Yes, maybe we can say some encouraging, growth things to help us win. Anyway, the winner of the competition will get, and this was Tim's idea, by the way, will get a signed photograph of Tim,
Yay!
which I know you'll love.
Yeah. What would you want?
But I said,
Fabulous
yes,
prize.
yeah, it is, Tim. But what happens if you do win?
I'll have to have a signed photo of you, Mrs. Sidekick.
Oh, that will be lovely, won't
Yes.
it, Tim?
To Tim.
I'll sort that out
From
for
Mrs.
you.
Sidekick, congratulations on growing the biggest sunflower.
Mrs. Jordan, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, children, that's all from us this week. We shall really look forward to seeing you again next week, and I really hope you have a super week. Stay safe and well, as always, and please email us and say hello, send us anything you'd like for us to show, and good luck with your seeds.
Yes.
Yes, good luck.
Good luck.
And it's bye from
And
us.
enjoy your second plate.
Look, Tim, we've got a long way to go yet, okay? We've got a long way to go.
Yes.
Anyway, children, take care. Lots of love to you. Say goodbye, Tim.
Goodbye, Tim.
Bye.